watching Boondocking with Dennis. I just got on 188, kind of heading towards Scenic, Texas. My truck says it's 80 degrees out, feels a little cooler. My thermostat display, my outdoor temperature display isn't always accurate. 2017 F-150. Little things always start to go. Apparently, the outside temperature is one of them. It'll give you an estimate. We've had sun and rain already today, and I'm filming this at 8:10 a.m. I was going to, I woke up 5:45 and there was just getting a little color in the sky. So I usually take 5 minutes to make some instant coffee and get washed up real quick. And it started raining. And then the sun came out again, and then it started raining. And then just driving over here, we've had sun and clouds. Passed a really large dead boar on the side of the highway. And that's pretty common in this area. I haven't seen a live one in a few years. That was out at the wildlife refuge, but I do see the occasional dead one on the highway. And this one was exceptionally large. Like, when I saw it, I knew right away it wasn't a dog because it was too big. And I thought it might be a good-sized sheep or something, but it was a boar. It's a shame we can't. Texas has a really huge boar problem and feral pig problem. And we also have jabalina. I've never heard anyone talk about having a jabalina problem, but they're here as well. Got some good footage of jabalina out at the Aransas National Wildlife Refuge, and I was visiting with Rusty 78609 at Falcon Lake State Park, right on the Rio Grande, the border between the United States and Mexico. And we were having a beer at his campsite, and a jabalina just walked right up on us. They're supposed to have poor eyesight, and then once we made a little noise, it kind of stopped and evaluated the situation and then turned around. But I was thinking, like, we eat pork for meat, and wild boar are supposed to be really good eating. I don't know if I've had wild boar or not. I haven't that I recall. But, we buy pork, and the money it costs to take care of those pigs and feed them, and just like everything a rancher does, or even, I guess, farmers can have pigs too. Here we have this food source that we're trying to eliminate, and it has to be cheaper to just harvest a wild boar than it is to raise a pig and then butcher it for meat. I don't know what the negative aspects of that. I didn't even know there was like a wild boar problem. Years ago, one of those fake reality shows came on where you watch it for a few episodes and you think it's real, and then you realize, I'm pretty sure all reality shows are staged to a certain degree. They would, it was a group of people that would be hired to go into an area that was being overrun with feral pigs or wild boar. But then they started with drama and things like that to make the show more interesting. Because I do like a lot of reality shows, like the Lone Star Law, and I don't have a TV anymore, so I only get to watch clips, but like that TV show Cops, when it first came out. We're passing by the exotic ranch, and I see gazelles and things like that, but I didn't see any of the camels. And up here is where the longhorns would be if they're out by the fence today, and they are not. Nope. Some days everything's all lined up like it's a Disney World ride, and some days it's reality. There's some longhorns to the left there. They're not by the fence. Or are these just regular? They're just regular cows. Oh, there's a... Man, I wish I knew more about African deer and things like that, gazelles and things like that. But I just saw 4 or 5 white things that have the cone horns, 2 cone horns. I need to start watching more wildlife shows, things I used to know and forget. But that's an exotic ranch there, and it's really nice just to be able to drive by and see what's going on. I know a lot of you guys, I'm going to use the wipers just for a second, we're getting a little mist. We're making a right onto 136. I wanted to drive over here for a few days, and I don't know why. I'm not visiting anyone today. A lot of you guys have asked about Greg and how Greg is doing. Greg is home. Been home for a few days, and just trying to get his strength back. Greg was in the hospital for a while, and maybe at some point when Greg goes on a ride with us, he might want to tell you what was wrong with him. But that's his business. That's not for me to say. When I tell a story, I try to leave other people's names out of it. Here comes the rain. Here's the rain, kids. Maybe I shouldn't have went to Bayside. Especially if it's a story from my past that isn't flattering to certain people. But I do slip up every once in a while. But me saying Greg was in the hospital, I don't consider that a breach of trust. But I know you guys enjoy Greg. I like Greg too. He's just easygoing, and you can talk to him about anything. And even if you have difference of opinions, you can still talk to each other without, you can make a joke of it, and things like that. Greg's got a real good sense of humor, real good guy. And my friends Sharon and Steve are over here in Bayside. And also my buddy Joe. Joe's an acquaintance, but Joe's someone I really like. I met Joe at his job, and he lives over here in Bayside. And it's nice to see Joe from time to time. Joe has some really good stories about growing up here in Bayside and but going to the different stores that were here at the time. And I'm talking about back when he was a little kid, and buying the candy sticks out of a glass jar and things like that. Really good guy. Bayside apparently contains a lot of really nice people. Look at the clouds, kids. Look at the clouds. We pay attention up here, but I got a horrible dad joke from the calendar. I was going to look for my missing watch, but I didn't have the time. We're in Refugio County, going over Copano Bay, basically across the bay from Rockport, and fishing boat on our right and fishing kayak on our left. Let's get the other joke out of the way since I accidentally grabbed two. Why don't pirates take baths? Because they like to wash up on shore. That's a variation of another joke. Why don't pirates take showers before they walk the plank? Because they know they'll wash up on shore later. Maybe that's a little bit more cleaned up version. I'm thinking about, for the month of August, you guys let me know what you think about this. This is a major decision. For the month of August, and only for the month of August, we bring back the dad joke button. We give the screaming goat a rest, and we bring back the dad joke button. I think it's been about 6 months or so since we've used it. Maybe we'll just have a dad joke button week. I don't know if we can make it a whole month with the dad joke button. Everything is green over here. Everything is beautiful in its own way. That sloshing sound you hear is my water jug. Tomorrow, I have some packages coming in to the mail center. So my plan for tomorrow is go to the mail center early, and then see what the weather is and head on over to Port Aransas. But I think it's supposed to be like this all week with sun and clouds and rain going on. So we shall see. I'm going to have to get a close-up. There's two rusty tractors there on the right. We need to get a close-up of those one day. I have to get Greg or Steve or Sharon or Joe to do a little cruise along with me around Bayside. They're all good sources of information. There's the Woods house right there. That received some heavy damage during Hurricane Harvey. And they are restoring it. The Wood Mansion. And that's the same family that nearby Woodsboro is named after. Yeah, if we look straight across the bay here, Copano Bay, that's where Rockport is. Ooh, we're gonna make a left here and go slow because there's a very pretty sky. There's a very pretty sky coming up. Ooh, look at that. Ooh. Ooh. Look at that, kids. There's your postcard. Get out your stamp and stick it on there. Tell Grandma you love her. Greetings from Bayside, Texas. Got some potholes here. I love these little Texas roads right along the water. What do we got down here? We got some critters. What's going on now? It's just a bird. Just a bird. Well, guys, I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good week. I don't know why I came to Bayside. I just felt like going to Bayside. I love this part right here. You can see some of the houses are still boarded up for the hurricane. Hurricane Beryl that didn't hit us, which is a good thing. to drink my lovely Monster that I got and head back to Rockport. Make a left on 1st Street here. Look at that, a paved road. Lots of lots for sale over here. Well, guys, thanks for riding along today. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for watching.